What's good, YouTube? You're back with the Prez, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about progressive overload, the importance of it, why everybody should be focusing on progressive overload no matter what type of training they're doing, and why it literally is almost the end-all be-all in seeing progress in your routines. So, let's start with the beginning. What is progressive overload? Progressive overload is simply a term that is used. It could be very broad. It could be defined in many different areas of life. It doesn't always have to be applied to fitness. Progressive overload just means, let's break down the words. Progressive, progress, doing more, overload. Doing more again, overloading the muscles. Progress, doing more. So the benefit of progressive overload is that it's a tool that you guys should be utilizing in your training methods. Whether you're doing calisthenics, whether you're doing weight training, whether you're doing running, whether you're a swimmer, it doesn't matter the modality or the exercise that you're utilizing. This key term applies to all aspects of fitness and bettering yourself. So progressive overload simply is doing more over time. Progress means you're progressing over time, and the overload part means you're just overloading your body, the nervous system, over time. Now, progressive overload can come in many different ways. It can come by adding weight to a bar. It can come by adding reps to a set. It can come by decreasing rest times. It can come by adding an extra set to a whole exercise. So, for instance, let's start at the simplest, most common way people progressively overload as a form of adding weight. So what you're going to see in these clips that you're seeing in the background of me training is me doing a lot of my 5x5 training. So the goal with 5x5 training is to constantly get stronger. So for instance, say I pick a weight week 1. Let's say we're working at 100 pounds for dips. Week 1 I hit 5 sets of 5 dips with the 100 pounds. How do I get better? I can do 6 sets of 5 dips the next time I do it. I could do 5 sets of 6 dips with the 100 pounds. Or I can increase the weight. So let's go to 105 pounds, and now let's try to do 5 sets of 5 reps again. It's doing more than what you did previously. And like I said, there are many ways to utilize progressive overload. You can add weight to the weight that you were using previously. You can add a set. You can add a rep. You can decrease your rest periods. So let's say we're working in the max weights that we have available to us are these 100 pounds. Now we're able to do 5x5 with 100 pounds, and we want to continuously be able to get stronger. What can we do? Can we increase the reps? Of course, we can increase the reps and now do 5 sets of 6 one week. Then the next week do 5 sets of 7. Every time you do an extra rep, 5 sets of 7, 5 sets of 6, each week you're doing better. You're adding overall volume to your workout, and you're adding weight. So from doing 5 reps to doing 6 reps, you're lifting more weight. The volume is higher, so you could do 100 pounds times 5 reps. That's going to be a total of 500 pounds lifted for the whole set. But now if you're doing it for 6 reps, you're now lifting 600 pounds for the whole set. And now if you keep it at that 5x5, so it'd be 500 pounds each set times 5 sets, which is going to be 2,500 pounds of total lifting if you're doing a 5x5 with 100 pounds. So, like we said, how would we manipulate the 100 pounds of total weight that's all your body has available to use? So if you only got 100 pounds to work with and you already mastered the 5x5, how do you progressively overload this weight? Yes, we can go now 5 sets of 6. But if we still want to work in that 5x5 range, what can we do now? Instead of doing 5x5 reps with a 2-minute break, let's try to hit 5 sets of 5 reps with a 1-minute break. Let's lower our rest time first. Let's keep the weight the same. Let's keep the reps the same. Let's not change anything except our rest periods. So if we hit the first 5x5, completed it, keeping a strict 2-minute break, now let's try to complete it keeping a strict 1-minute break. That would be considered progressive overload, using the same 100 pounds without having to add an extra rep or an extra set. Still working in that 5x5 rep range. Now we're going to decrease our rest times to add intensity to the workout. Progressive overload that way. Another way we could do it, working that 5x5 range again with the 100 pounds. Instead of decreasing the rest times, let's keep the rest times at 2 minutes now. How else can we manipulate the reps? Now we could do 5x5 pause reps. We can make each rep harder individually. So instead of adding a 6th rep, instead of adding a 6th set, let's keep it at 5x5 again. And now we'll slow down the reps. We'll do pause reps on each set. We'll pause on the bottom for 1 second, lock out. pause on the bottom for 1 second, lock out. And when that gets easy, we can start doing a pause on the bottom, pause on the top. There are many ways to manipulate weights to constantly get better and to utilize that progressive overload principle. So what you're going to see in these clips as well, you'll see me doing 5x5 week 1, starting at 75 pounds, moving all the way up to 115 pounds on my the week that I just passed, which was week 3 in my program. You guys know I'm on that push legs pull. And same thing. So when I'm working squats, right now, the last time I hit squats, the last 5x5 I completed was 215 pounds. I did 5 sets of 5 reps. I went to 225 the following leg workout, and 225 was feeling relatively heavy. So on set 1, I caught 4 reps only with the 225. So what did I do? The remaining 4 sets, I did 225 for 4 reps total. 5 sets, 4 reps. So now what will I do next time? In 3 days from now, when I'm going to squat again, I'm going to put 225 back on the bar, and I'm going to be squatting 225 pounds. Now I'm going to be working for that 5 sets of 5 reps. Remember, when I'm doing my 5x5, I like to start with a strict 2-minute break period and try to hit it at that sense. And if the weight's too heavier, then I'll increase either increase the rest time to maybe 3 minutes, or I'll just keep the reps, however many I hit, 3 reps, 3 reps, 3 reps, and I'll stay at the consistent weight for the consecutive weeks until I can hit 5x5 with that strict 2-minute rest period. That's how I like to progressively overload. I like to master a weight in every aspect of that weight before in general, then I would move up. So you'll see when I'm doing my dips, a lot of times I'll say pause reps. When I'm doing my 5x5, I'll be doing pause reps just so I know that my body owns that weight and I'm ready to progress to the next weight. And then same thing here. In this clip that you're watching right now, this was my week 3 going into weighted dips. The goal was to hit 4 sets of 80 pounds, 10 reps. The previous week I had 4 sets with the 70, and the video that just dropped this past Monday, October 16th, talking about what happens if your workout doesn't go as planned. I wanted to hit 4 sets of 10 reps with this 80 pounds. I went in there. This was after I hit my military presses. My military presses were all failed for the week. I wanted a 5x5 with 115. I didn't hit it. I had to do a few sets I caught 3 reps, a few sets I caught 2 reps with that 115. So that means that 115, next time I train my military press, I got to hit that 115 for at least 5 reps, 5 sets until I'm ready to move up in weight. And the same thing, so when you saw those weighted dips, I only cut the sets down to 2 sets of 10 reps with 80 pounds. The week before, I hit 4 sets of 10 reps with 70 pounds. So again, when I'm working on those weighted dips again, this week that you're going to see, I'm probably going to go live doing it today. You guys will see. I'll be hitting 4 sets, or I'll be going for 4 sets of 10 reps with, again, the 80 pounds. I will not move past that 80 pounds until I hit 4 sets of 10. Clips that you're seeing now, muscle up drills at the end of my routine. Here I was doing 30 pushes right into max muscle ups. And if you watch this past clip, the past video that I posted, my muscle up burnout routine, I was doing 40 push-ups, max muscle ups, then 30 push-ups, max muscle ups, then 20, then 10. So I progressively increased the push-up reps, and each time I went into the muscle ups, I was doing better and better in the muscle ups than the previous week. So that's how you progressively overload, guys. Don't take it too complicated. Remember, you keep the exercises simple and consistent. You're not going to have many variation in your routine if you're trying to get better. You have to stick to a certain exercise and try to master it and continuously progress in that workout. That's why you see us doing the same workouts over and over, whether you're a bodybuilder, a calisthenic athlete. The workouts and the exercises, the programs, and the principles are always the same. We're always going to be squatting. We're always going to be deadlifting. We're always going to be bench pressing, overhead pressing, rowing if you're a bodybuilder. Calisthenic athletes will always be doing pull-ups. We're always going to be doing dips. You'll always see us doing push-ups. We'll always be trying to get better. Now, like I've said in the past, when it comes to bodyweight training, progressive overload, listen, like I've mentioned in the past, those high rep sets, 60, 70, 80 plus rep sets of push-ups, dips, hitting those 50 plus reps of pull-ups. Yes, bodyweight training, progressive overload, one of the main ways you can progressively overload in bodyweight training is just to add more reps. But again, that becomes very tedious, having to do those long endurance sets. So that's when you have to start learning how to manipulate your body weight and the leverage. That's when you start using the more advanced movements. So when pull-ups become easy, you start learning muscle-ups. When muscle-ups become easy, you get stricter muscle-ups. Then you start going into levers, handstand push-ups when dips become easy, etc., etc. Explosive push-ups when regular push-ups become easy. explosive pull-ups. All those movements are all progressions. They're all progressive overload techniques from using the basic calisthenic movements. So guys, no matter what type of training modality you guys are focusing on, whether it's calisthenics, weightlifting, swimming, if you're a swimmer, if week 1 you get in the pool and you're only able to swim back and forth 2 times, the next time you get in the pool, you should have a goal of getting back and forth 3 times. That's you getting better. You always want to be focused on making progress. And don't get this twisted, guys. Progress is not always going to be linear, meaning the progress will not always be progress. There will be dips and valleys in your journey. Same thing when it goes with a bulk and a cut. The numbers are not always going to go down on a scale. The numbers are not always going to be consistently up. You will hit plateaus. Plateaus are normal in training, in weight gain, and in life. It's just the consistency and pushing past it and not failing or giving up when you hit that plateau, which is where you're going to see the breakthroughs go. That's where you're going to see the progress. Remember, guys, just remember that progress is not always going to be linear. Whether you want to be decreasing in weight, increasing in weight, whether it comes to bulking or cutting, or getting stronger in the gym. Trust me, if progress is always linear, everybody would be benching 500, 600 pounds because every week we would go in and throw more weight on the bar. It's not always going to be the case. You have to learn to manipulate the reps. And again, guys, if you're training smart and consistently and you're tracking your workouts, it's common sense that you guys want to be following progressive overload, because you guys aren't going to track a workout and say, all right, I did 10 reps last week. Let me try to do 8 reps this week with the same weight. No, nobody has that mentality. Everybody's mentality is, let's do more than we can before. So, guys, hope you enjoy these videos. Remember, guys, train smart. You don't always got to train hard. Train smarter, not harder. That's key. That's how we're going to avoid injuries. And, of course, you got to train hard, too. There's times and places for that. But don't always kill yourself. There's not always a time and a place to go out and murder yourself every workout. That's just going to lead to you falling back, injuring yourself, frying your nervous system. And you guys never want that to happen. You guys don't want to work so hard where you start making regressions. So I hope this video gave you some insight on progressive overload, the importance of tracking your workouts, and the importance of always trying to get better and better. You guys don't want to be going to the gym and make no progress. You guys want to see the progress and all the effort that you're putting in. So like always, guys, I appreciate the support. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Peace out. BARNATURALS.